Welcome to the Career Refresh Podcast. I'm your host, Jill Griffin. Join me each week as we discuss the strategies to reset your career with actionable steps towards a finer future. I've spent my career working my way up and through the ranks of global organizations and startups. Today, I show others how to do the same. I'm on a mission to help professionals everywhere learn how to refresh and manage their minds so they can thrive in their careers. Ready? Let's do it. Hey there, I'm Jill Griffin, and this is the Career Refresh Podcast. I'm a former media and marketing executive turned career strategist and strengths coach. I spent my career working my way up and through the ranks of global organizations and startups. And today, I show others how to do the same. Join me each week as we discuss the strategies to leverage your strengths, increase your confidence and visibility, and reset your career with actionable steps towards a finer future. Ready? Let's do it. Hey friends, welcome back. A new year. It's January, and you know what most people do in January? They set goals. Detox, lose weight, dryuary. Why do we set goals? For most of us, it's because we believe that the destination and the achievement will hold a certain inspiration, pride, or happiness. We think it's better there after we achieve the goal. It's not. Because wherever you go, there you are. And you want to get to a certain destination because you think it's going to make you feel differently. You think that something outside of yourself is going to make you feel better. You think situations and events create your happiness, your well-being, and your content. They don't. Sure, they can cause you to have some good thoughts and feelings at the moment, but it's kind of like thinking that a date on a calendar is going to change everything, and it doesn't. The only thing that will are your thoughts. And so many of us put our happiness, our inspiration, our contentment, our desires on hold because we think when we get the job or the new opportunity or lose the weight or stop drinking, things will get better. Things will be perfect. So we wait for January 1st to make those changes. And when someone comes to me looking to get out of a current job situation because their boss is difficult or the work is challenging or they're bored, I tell them that my hope for them is to clean up their thinking first. Do that before they make the move. And a slight editor's note, if you're in a toxic or harmful situation, I'm not suggesting that you stay. I'm talking about general run-of-the-mill malaise, frustration, anxiety, anger, annoyance at your job. Okay, back to the program. We don't want to create a new opportunity from desperately running from someone or something, or feeling graspy, or I gotta get out of here, I can't stand this place anymore. You can create a new opportunity from that state of being for sure, but you're going to be bringing all of your baggage and that like stinking thinking with you. You risk recreating the same scenario. You don't break up with your partner on Wednesday and find a new mate on Friday. Or if you do, you're probably going to need some support to walk you through all of your thoughts and feelings, because your thoughts and feelings are going to come with you and they're going to create your results. So often we think that we have to get there to the new place. And sometimes you come with a basket of anxiety. You think, I got to fix this. I got to figure this out. I have to solve this. I need to be in a new place. Or you may be thinking like, I got to get this done because I'm wasting time. What does it mean to waste time? And friends, I just want to remind you that you can't waste time. You spend time. We believe that we have to be productive all the time. And that if you're not productive, you are worth less because you're not getting there fast enough. And so many of us are culturally trained, maybe even from our family of origin, that we have to get there. We have to strive. We are trained to focus on what's new, what's next, what's now. Always moving, always striving. Ambition? Yes, absolutely. But strive, force, Hustle, control, that's old school thinking, and it's going to show up in your results. That striving and looking forward in that energy means you're never present. So often we are always in the search, but we never let our brains receive the reward of what we have achieved along the way. And this creates more stress and anxiety because you're always working and never recognizing your achievements. Even the baby wins, those small achievements are so important in order to create the the reward cycle, right? Your brain is always in the search. That's the anticipation, the dopamine, and it needs to know that you got the thing in order to settle down, or you push yourself into numbing out. And whether that's food, alcohol, shopping, behaviors, overworking, overthinking, you're in avoidance if you're never getting it because you need to solve for getting that reward. And when you do this and not being present simply means that you're falling into the illusion that getting there is better than where you are now. And for years, it was so hard to wrap my head around this, but hear me out. We want to achieve because of how it makes us feel. The pride, the sense of accomplishment, confidence, certainty, joy, and happiness all come from what's going on in your mind. Those feelings all come from your thoughts. All feelings come from your thoughts. Those feelings can be created now. I can shift my thoughts and get there now. I can have a hard day and feel anxious, and then I can think of someone I love and feel joy. That is the simple shift that I'm talking about. It takes practice, but it's possible. I can acknowledge that I'm feeling anxious. I can then choose to bring up a memory that makes me feel love and joy, and then I can take action from that new place. If I'm taking action from hard, stressed, and anxious, I'm going to create more hard, stress, and anxious in my life. I get to choose now how I want to think. And you may be saying that you need to find your next career move, that it'll change, like a change of your surroundings is what's needed. And if you are prone to lack of confidence, like fear of uncertainty, anxiousness, negative thinking, all conditioned by the struggle and the hustle and your efforts trying to get there, then I suggest you find things to enjoy and appreciate about your current job and situation first. That will help you be more at ease on your search, and you'll be able to think clearly. You'll be able to check your gut and make decisions from a place of knowing versus escapism. You can begin to think, well, what are the results I want to create versus I got to get out of here. There is no significance to a date on the calendar or January 1st thinking beyond what you make it mean. It's a false belief that the strike of a clock is a new day, new year, starting a new job, everything's going to change. And it won't change without a focused thought and a plan of action. If the idea of a new day or a new year brings you the motivation to rethink your approach, investigate your thoughts, create a new vision, and set smaller goals along the way, right? Because those smaller goals is what gets you to your vision, then definitely go with it. Run with that momentum. But if at some point you find that your resolve fades after only a few days, you're totally normal. Welcome to the human experience. I have a plan for you. First, you need to understand why your resolve fades. And here are 4 reasons that you usually find that people's resolve fades. 1 is you didn't have a specific plan. You were kind of in like the end result, but you were coming at it again through maybe anxiousness or some sort of fear, and you weren't really specific on what needed to get done. Or you had so many things that you wanted to change that you stayed global and you lacked focus. You may not have built the mindset for strategy, and you didn't think about the obstacles along the way that you might need to work through. You might even maybe you didn't make a plan to stay motivated along the way. Most of us are motivated for the end goal, but you have to build motivation in the nooks and crannies of the everyday ordinary. That's how you reach your goal. You have to figure out those obstacles of how you're going to stay motivated along the way when things get challenging or hard. The fix to fortify your resolve comes from making a decision. And to be super clear, most people make a thought, not a decision. So what do you do to stick to a resolution, a new behavior, or to search for a new job opportunity with a positive mindset? Well, first, you make a decision. And a decision is a committed thought with a committed action. Next, I would apply my 1 by 1 by 1 rule. Look, strategy is sacrifice. And like a New York City diner menu, there are going to be so many options. You need to constrain. Don't fall into decision fatigue. Pick one thing or behavior where you want to change. Pick one thing that you will do every day. And then every day strive for 1% better. Yes, only 1% better. Action plans and resolutions are kept when you approach creating a new behavior by choosing one action and then achieving it 1% better or 1% more, 1% level up each day. It's that 1% accretion that leads to the accumulation of the strategic win over time. If you did 1% better every day after 30 days, right? We can do the math. There's a significant 30% better. It's that rising tides floats all boats adage. If you're doing one new behavior, one action, 1% better, you're going to start to see wins in other areas of your life, even though you've applied constraint. So what small things can you do today to reach your goal? And I'm telling you, try this. Don't fall into the January 1st thinking that, okay, everything's going to be different today because you just spent the last few weeks of the holiday drinking and enjoying, and all of a sudden everything's going to be different. It's not. It's not without a plan, a committed thought, making a decision, and getting the mindset shifts in place. All right? You got this. So before I wrap, I want to tell you about a new program that I'm launching. It is a group coaching career program that will be starting next month. And it's going to help you get clear on your strengths, your values, understanding your career interests, knowing how to articulate them effectively. You're going to learn how to leverage your strengths in any situation versus coming from our weakness, which is what happens very often in culture. You're going to know how to choose your purpose and begin to design what's next for you. You're going to have keywords and key phrases to describe yourself effectively and with certainty. And you're going to know how to use mindset and feelings to create what you want in your life and accomplish your goals. You're going to know how to approach new opportunities. And your overall career well-being is going to improve and uplift all areas of your life. I'm going to put the link to get on the list for more information in the show notes, okay? All right, my friends, have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening to the Career Refresh podcast. If you're enjoying this podcast and you want more career and mindset tips, get on my email list by going to jillgriffincoaching.com. I'll also put that link in the show notes. But before you go, please rate and review this podcast as it helps me get the word out to people everywhere so they can also thrive in the workplace. I'll see you next time. Hey, thanks for listening to the Career Refresh podcast. If you're enjoying this podcast and you want more career and mindset tips, get on my email list by going to jillgriffincoaching.com. I'll also put that link in the show notes. But before you go, please rate and review this podcast as it helps me get the word out to people everywhere so they can thrive in the workplace. I'll see you next time.